our little segment before we got deep into the desk dive. This is one where I got to see something cool out of EG. Like, we know what they're capable of. It's not going to be the end of the world if this is a sluggish game, but obviously you cannot go out. You cannot be eliminated by TYLOO as the #1 team in the world on day number 2 of IEM. That would be an absolute disaster for this Evil Geniuses roster.
Yeah, it would be, and I just don't think there are many people who have that as their prediction.
No,
we'll find out.
Low percentage, but we've seen crazier things happen. We've seen TYLOO cause some upsets. We'll see if they have another one in them. Tarek is going to be very confident, although that's an awkward angle to get caught in. Backing up just to the door. 3 players waiting to attack. 2 players checking underpass for an aggressive play. And Tarek is still being a tad bit bold. A couple tags coming out. Oh, and there's a nice headshot as he falls away.
That's very cheeky, isn't it? Somebody drops, and that was the bomb leading, so they knew even could probably call people over. Tarek still in action back here by the bench, and they're eventually going to run him down. Aggressive play by Summer, now picking up the USP. It's still a 2-on-3, or cancel that right away. A Cirque will hit another headshot. Now it's on Bentet, and he knows where he is. Doesn't even matter. Great headshots coming through from EG, and that's going to be the pistol round going in their favor.
Yeah, early returns as well in the pistol round. Pretty good for EG, obviously the victory, but just more stylistically, the players, Cirque getting involved in the action very aggressively, very quickly. Ethan taking that fight up towards Catwalk. No one shying away from any of the battles. So that's at least what you want to see in the first round. Perhaps a taste of what's to come. 2 kills for Summer, 1 for Bentet. And this time, no investment in the second round, no bomb plants. We don't see those Kriegs. We just got the Deagle on Summer. He's going to have that over towards Palace. Mid-control at the moment for EG, as 3 players kind of peeking and trying to gather information. Stanislav playing passively, and this Deagle can get put to work. One shot would be so great. Oh, and that timing on it. Unfortunate for Summer. He was trying to sneak down the ladder.
That's so bold, though.
That is a bit bold.
Just walking out with no smokes or flashbangs or anything. If he could have got there, would have been very interesting indeed. Bomb is down there with Freeman covering it, but can they actually put it down anywhere? Bentet hitting headshots now with a Deagle. Didn't get to see them, but 2 of them in a row. Attacker up close to the clock. That's not really posing much of a threat, and somebody will be alone down here in the middle. Try and land another dink on Tarek. Just to go back to that pistol round real quickly.
Yes.
It's so interesting when you have those USPs, right? It's almost like I would like to see a replay of that round where Tarek doesn't get the first kill and they try to rush. Like, it just makes such a big difference, right? Landing a couple of those headshots. And like, it just makes everything easier.
Well, I think the second headshot that he had in that pistol was the one that was the deciding factor, because his teammate had gone down at that point, so he needed to buy a little bit of space, a little bit of time for himself, and make himself a difficult target in the pistol, so the Cirque rotating over would have an easier time of things. Again, mid-presence, deep nade is going to do okay damage, but it's the AWP that can really ruin the day of TYLOO, but the flashbang is just a little bit better. Cirque is so low, an attacker living up to his namesake, but Ethan puts him down. 3 players waiting in the B holes, 1 at the top of mid. I think this hit is going to get stalled out entirely. Freeman, these flashbangs better land so powerfully onto Tarek.
That's a nice save for Ethan there, but they are low on health, so maybe if they can make the breakthrough here, and Tarek not only just flashed, but somebody able to take him down. Breeze shot in the back from Bentet, and now he's the problem with those players being low. Still in 2-on-3. That might be tricky.
Yeah, this is, I don't want to call it too early because they're all here and obviously going to be supremely confident. But oh, that's a cool little spam. You might want to call this off. Definitely now, I think, in the 2-on-2. Yeah. This is almost where someone who's dead has to be like, guys, none of you have HP. It's not worth it. Save the weapons. And Cirque definitely wants to save this AWP.
That's a really quick counter here for TYLOO. Stan walking up behind them, and I think he's been spotted already. Summer putting in a little bit of a shot there. He still wants to find the kill. He's going to get the one, and maybe he could have had the dink, but Cirque going to be walking in, and the rifles are all gone, including that AWP, and TYLOO answering back in the 3rd round. That is, I've got to say, that's huge for the Chinese team, surely. You have to imagine that's going to be very, very important for them to get on the board very early on. Well,
yeah, not just that. It could be an early economic, blunder from EG to let those weapons slip away. Cirque's down at 1,400. The AWP is taken out of his hands. And again, another one of those retakes, we touched on it yesterday, where just enough good things happen to lure them into a commitment, and then all the rifles get taken away. If they were able to save that AWP, if Cirque just backed away, like, they could have had a pretty decent buy with an AWP, an M4, the pistols, a scout as well. Maybe could have gone for a FAMAS instead to add 1 more rifle on board. But here we sit, and TYLOO, one of the big things that's allowed them to get upsets in the past has been the fact that, you know, they're just relentless in their aggression, and if you don't have some of those tools to stop them, if you can't fight with the stronger weapons and all the utility, they can be very dangerous.
Yeah, in many ways, teams like TYLOO and maybe especially TYLOO were sort of like the early version of Furia. You know, it's like the Chinese answer to the Brazilian kind of Counter-Strike.
Well, it's all about, with this TYLOO team, it's all going to be about, obviously, economic control is a big factor, but also momentum.
Yeah.
This is one of those teams that really needs to be able to ride the momentum. I'm surprised. They're very nervous towards CT spawn, and this is giving a great chance. Ethan has just tapped away onto somebody, a 4-on-4, but with no utility left, with taking so much time to get this bomb planted, they're allowing EG back into this round. And TYLOO had some massive advantages, and a couple of them are starting to slip away. Oh, dear.
Oh, well, I mean, this could be amazing because you might not check for the second player, but it could also be a huge problem. Tarek with the scout, instant headshot to take down Freeman. I think they jump to look. They know, and now Attacker, I think they're pretty sure that they know exactly where he is. That jump behind the ticket booth, and Breeze will take down the last, and that is devastating to TYLOO. I'm pretty sure Ethan, I mean, those are some great kills coming out from him, but he was just tapping away for a long time. Like, that wasn't like a quick kill. That was like...
No, he was tapping away for some time. The spammer coming through, I think it was back towards the boxes.
Yeah. Just taking him down right through that.
It's the delay from TYLOO. I'm not sure why they got off the bomb plant. There was just one player in CT spawn. You could see him toying with the edge of his smoke. Okay.
Wow.
So yeah, it probably was the planter.
Quite possibly, but wow, that's a crazy shot as well. I was just going to say, I think what you normally want in that scenario, right, is smokes to put up so that you can be secure in the bomb plant.
Well,
they
used them all to get in.
Yeah.
That's why I was so amazed. They took so long. There was a smoke towards CT spawn. There was a gap in it, but it was just one Deagle player, and obviously not trusting their teammates with the rifles to cover the planter, and it just took way too long. So a couple miscues turns into a disastrous result.
So Summer's been trying to sneak out of A-apps, now this time the A ramp, and both times he's been caught, but I mean, if that doesn't happen, if nobody's catching him doing that, that could be so dangerous. So it's nice that EG are at least able to put that together. And no real impact in this round so far for the TYLOO side. Somebody's been spotted already, trying to get closer with the CC. It's like one of those people in those cat videos. You've seen those where like every time they film the cat, it stands still, but then when they move the camera, it moves, and then you've seen those? No. I can tell on your face that this story doesn't connect at all.
No, it didn't land with me. I'm sure there's someone out there, like a grandmother, that probably connects with that pretty well.
I thought the internet was all about cat. I was trying to be cool with the kids now. I don't know.
Hello, fellow kids.
I thought, you know, memes and cat videos. I don't know.
That's what it's all about. Yeah. Ooh, Tarek gets drilled with a smoke. One towards connector, and Cirque gonna challenge with the Krieg. And they're both gonna stick around a connector. Two players on catwalk as well. Now the question for Ben 10 and Attacker is, do they want to try and battle in mid, or ooh, this boost is a little bit brutal.
But he was looking for it. Yeah. The whole time he was looking for it.
Well, the question for me was, because now it's going to be another play towards this B bomb site, somebody needs that entry kill, and he's just more worried about getting position at Van. What can he do here? He could actually provide a great handle onto this bomb site if he could just find one kill, but the rotations are all coming in now, and yeah, he can't handle it. Flames at his feet, and all the rotation is here. EG is not fooled at all.
Yeah, he almost needed to win that early fight. Freeman with some very good Krieg shots coming out, but again, it's just a little bit too late.
This is the problem I'm seeing, though. If you go back to that A hit for TYLOO that they kind of stalled out themselves, and now towards this B bomb site, only one person gets out to Van. Like, this is not how you're going to beat EG if you're TYLOO. This is kind of what we reference as two teams who stylistically like to play pretty similar. They like to play very heads-up battles. They like to be brawly. They like to get scrappy and just take fights. Well, if you're TYLOO, like against EG, against one of the best teams in the world, you're going to get punished in that kind of a style. So you need to be able to get multiple players attacking the bomb site. You need to be more emphasizing trades than just straight-up heads-up fights.
I'm even curious at that point in time, because I think Summer managed to, like, he shoulder peeked Ethan into taking a couple of shots, and I actually thought he was just going to fight him right then and there. Wow, again with the Deagles. This time it's Freeman. I think it was Bentet the last time around, but that's impressive. 3 versus 4, and if they could somehow steal this round away, but that would be something. Ethan goes down, and there's the follow-up. EG ready to take that straight-up fight in the middle, and they get downed by the Chinese Deagles.
Well, you can't say this game's not explosive.
No, this is everything you would want. Like, just on paper, you look at this game, you think this is going to be It's pure madness.
I think that round's a little bit of hubris from EG. That's a little bit of pride, a little bit of overconfidence as they just kind of go one by one back into the fights. I mean, beautiful deagle shots, obviously, as well.
That is amazing. Yeah, no, I mean, I agree completely.
Which I guess it's fair play. Like, you want to see them challenge it, right? Like, force them to beat you in those fights. Obviously, that time they did. We'll see how the rest of the half goes.
Actually, for EG's economy, that's potentially an issue if they lose this round at least.
And TYLOO let him off the hook, economically speaking, already once in this half. They can't do it twice. They need to punish this.
Well, they do have the double AWP in play. Cirque with one, Tarek with the other. Not yet covering that deep angle into the B-bomb side, Tarek, although he could. And I usually think that's one of the luxuries of having the AWP over at B, is if you don't have to do it all the time, but it is just it's going to give that second player there so much more room to move in the middle. You know, there's going to be advanced warning if anyone shows up.
Well, you know who's going to be tested is Cirque with his AWP and Ethan in middle.
Yeah.
They each need to hit these shots.
If Cirque misses, Ethan's going to be like, thanks, buddy. Well, now there's even another problem, which is the fact that they might be walking up closer, though. Breeze will move into the middle, and Cirque will win his fight as well. Freeman, again, walking out with just... They love doing this. Just no warning at all.
I don't even mind that at the A bomb site in Palace. I mean, they've done it so many times already in this half, which is a bit worrying. That's a great shoulder peek, a great flashbang, and a shot from Cirque.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, just a nice little sequence. Bomb set spike. Volleyball reference? Didn't land with you? Haven't played much volleyball in your day?
No, I was it's more into basketball, badminton kind of thing.
Badminton.
Badminton's a great game.
All right.
And boxing, of course. So. I just picked all the sports with B. I don't know.
Okay.
That was my my thing.
Bowling?
I've only done bowling a couple of times. I'll tell you what though, like, you know, if you add like 100 pounds to to your current weight, it's gonna bowling's rough. It's not easy.
I've never thought.
So I might try and go again. Like, it might
maybe give it another shot. Well, that's the TYLOO's let him off the hook one more time, but are investing into this round, so they can still turn it. A couple of creeks, a couple of deagles, but EG's allowed to kind of set their feet and get some money behind them, feel a bit more confident. Stanislaw still alone at this A bomb set, as we've seen a number of times. He just needs to be ready every second of every round, that they're just going to march out of Palace with no indication, march up A ramp with no indication it's coming. This time, it looks like they're going to do a little bit more of a set piece. Maybe just a pop flash without the smokes. There it is, already up towards Tetris and spamming away.
Defensive Molotovs just to make sure, again, that they're slowing down the TYLOO team a little bit. Nobody's going to get overrun here. Somebody goes down to Cirque, who seems to be hitting some good shots right now. And that's so critical for EG.
There's no more utility on the TYLOO side. There's no more nades. Yeah, Breeze is going to get some backstab. No one... they're kind of looking behind because they've just stalled out and paused. Oh, that is a nice little turn from attacker. Oh, this gets a little dangerous. Ethan over on the stairs. Another lost fight. Cirque misses a chance, but able to re-peak with impunity.
He's doing a very good job at the moment. Summer has picked up an M4 in the meantime, but attacker goes down, and he's got the bomb, I guess, and 17 health, but... Even if he gets it down, how do you win this?
If that final kill went into Stanislaw that we just saw lost, that would have been the one they needed. So he should be able to get the bomb planted. And here's the thing. There's 2 AWPs on Cirque and Tarek.
That's a good point.
And Stanislaw, low health. You can double some of these guys up pretty easily. And obviously, it just takes a missed shot. The HP on Summer, for the most part, doesn't matter unless it's Stanislaw he encounters, which he might just do towards Catwalk.
Well, Cirque just had the pistol out, so I wonder if they even know that he's low, because that's going to obviously change things a lot if they can just try and run him down with that. First AWP, yep, pistols are out instead. They're hunting for him. That's some good communication out of EG.
Yeah, but he needed to find a fight way earlier than that. Not able to connect. Just missed a few timings on grabbing the angles. Plant is going to help in a big way, though, for TYLOO. There'll still be plenty of cash for a buy in this round, and still doing a pretty decent job of keeping money low, but that's only going to matter for a little bit longer. They have to eventually break them.
Some of those early pushes that we've seen out of A, like we've been going back to it, the no smokes, the no flashbang, just walking out blindly. That's the kind of, let's call it, off-meta play that I actually think TYLOO, if they really wanted to have a good shot at like really shocking EG with just the different style, they need to win some of those early ones. Because now I think you're absolutely right. Stanislaw playing in the A bomb side, he's going to be like every now he's like, all right, I have to watch all the time, right?
Yeah.
Whereas at least if you beat them the first couple of rounds with that kind of a style, it's so much more effective. But now, yeah, like they know what the game is about now, at least a little bit, EG.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like kind of a cool little gimmick to bust out once in a while, especially to change up the way you play towards Palace. But now that if you do it 4 or 5 times in the first, 8, 9 rounds, then all of a sudden it's like that's just like a purely stylistic thing that we're going to be ready for.
Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of got the message now. So at least you want to win those rounds, even if that's a tool that you have in your toolbox, right? Then you want some sort of effect of it the first time around when it's still a surprise, and then when it wears off, you could maybe do something else. All right.
Still challenging, a little bit of spam coming through the smoke, and normally I would probably say stop doing this, but that's a little crazy. I kind of like him re-challenging. I kind of like him going forward with the AWP.
Yeah, he's using some of those smokes, so flashbangs in a kind of a cool way, right? Like we saw the one time we peeked middle there, where it's not so much to flash someone so that you kill them when they're flashed. It's just about flashing so you take the peek as then, turned and not shooting at you. And he's so confident in doing that re-peek, like he's lightning fast, that he's fine with it. You don't have to be flashed at all. You just need to know roughly where you are. You're probably going to be dead.
Well, missed shot there, and perhaps fortunate for TYLOO. They've slowed things down. They have mid-control. The Ethan's still up in ladder room. They have to be very cautious about that one. Re-smoke towards window room. They're going to start running a little bit low on utility. Another smoke comes in for TYLOO. They only have one more to use to actually get into a bomb site, and that bomb is all the way towards the A ramp. Somebody coming mid to join up with his teams, and it's looking like they want to clear off Catwalk and then attack up Connector. This kill onto Ethan would be massive if Attacker can find it, and he's got the headshot.
This is looking well structured, but now the bomb is down over at the A ramp with 20 seconds left. That's Stanislaw potentially taking away this whole round from TYLOO. Now it can't be tactical anymore. Now it just has to be run and gun. At least Summer is able to get the kill. 15 seconds left, but again, any interruption here and they're done. 10 seconds. He has to run onto the site right now. He's got to cross into the site with no backup. He gets the headshot. 6 seconds left, and there's Tarek ending the round with a long-range kill of that AWP. I was about to say everything was just nicely lined up in this round. They got the mid-control, they got that ladder room fight against Ethan. It was all looking so good. And then just they pull on one little thread, and the whole sweater comes apart, Jason.
It all unraveled so quickly. I mean, that's all Stanislaw. The delay on them having to go pick up that bomb, but I mean, just straight up, that strategy actually looked like it would have worked to some degree. It just took so long to come to fruition. It took them so long to get all the pieces into place.
So what are the rules right now? Like, bomb can't be first, it can't be alone. Is that roughly?
Ooh, what's up,
Sir? Getting one of the follow-up as well. That's some firepower coming out of him.
Yeah, he's having a good game so far, quite obviously. And again, here we go. The attempt number 372 for Summer. Just marching out of Palace with no utility, and this time it's a success. But he didn't know Stanislaw was still lying in wait, and the silenced M4. Bentet doesn't get the communication in time, and he's dropped. So somebody takes one to the face. Yes, you look like you want to say something.
I just wanted to express my appreciation for Circus and Orpha. Like I just actually really like watching him play the game. In fact,
I feel like it's old school Guardian. Every time I watch him, I'm like, this is like 2015, 2014 Guardian.
That is what it feels like. In fact, I like it so much that I have like an opposite emotional reaction in the few games when he's not showing up. I feel like I've gone to like some sort of amazing steakhouse, and somehow the steak isn't that good after all. Like,
you went to a steakhouse and you ordered like the fish?
Yeah, like I get frustrated. I'm like, why? Like it's actually like an emotional reaction for me because it's so much fun to see when it's working out well. So, which is admittedly that is probably most Circ games in some way or another. This one seems to be a particularly good one. And he's like freestyling it so much, which is so cool.
I think all of them are to a degree. I think this is probably a game EG just came in and said, we took a hard loss yesterday. Let's forget about it. Let's just frag. Let's just, play this by intuition. Let's play this by the seat of our pants. Let's not worry so much about countering what TYLOO's going to do because we know it's going to be a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
So why don't we just use our skill, straight up win this game. Tarek's got a chance for a huge round.
And Ethan's got a chance for a huge flank if this fails. Some good spray, actually tracing him as he's falling down and doubling up with that headshot. Tarek taking down Summer and Bentet. That's some very, very powerful plays coming out of him defensively. And Cirque now showing up with the AWP, and he's just cornering him. He's saying, actually, I was going to say, he could have probably held him in that corner, but Attacker somehow very quick with the AK-47, even trying to follow that up. Ethan on the flank, not making that work either. And now it's on Breeze, and he's going to go down. That's a very unlikely round for TYLOO to win. I'm surprised they managed to make that work.
I mean, that's the second time they've won with mostly Deagles. Remember that round in the middle they had with the Deagles where EG all came to challenge? And this one, I mean, a 4-on-5 for EG, considering Bentet got that pick early on, but still, it was a Krieg and 4 Deagles, and Tarek got 3 kills coming out of B Halls. That's a very, very nice win from TYLOO.
And it's,
although, again, it's just another one of those, we've talked about it a number of times, it's not a win that feels like it can be replicated.
No, and I mean, you always have more confidence, right? If you were following a particular theory or strategy about how to win a round and it worked, then, you know, you feel vindicating that. You can maybe go back and do it again.
Yeah, but at the same time, let's just talk about it in this sense, because it almost doesn't matter how they win the rounds. This is a third time they've had a chance to really destroy the economy of the defense. They have to do it this time. They've let it slip away twice. If they can do it here, they'll have a chance to close the gap into a 9-6 scoreline, which would be phenomenal on the T side considering how this has started. But they must get it.
Yeah, they really. I don't know how Attacker was caught off guard there. It looked like he was watching for that exact peak, and then still doesn't really work out. Now they're in the middle, and they've been here a long time, and they're not getting any fights right now, which must be frustrating. I think that's what they're waiting for, right? They wish someone would go and peek that catwalk.
I'm not gonna lie, I love this call from EG on this defense. Just go passive, defend the bomb sites. Like, they haven't really shown the prowess to have a really solid set piece into one of the bomb sites, so stop challenging in middle where you've lost a couple players here and there. Let them actually commit to an attack and see if they're organized enough to break in, and you also have 3 defenders here, including this man.
Yeah, Cirque with that AWP. Sees the shoulder peak. A little bit late on that shot, but still will call in the information. That's a nice power play coming in from Bentet to take down Stanislaw, and Summer will follow up on Cirque, so they finally get rid of that AWP. They have the health advantage, and somebody will take down Breeze. Ethan on the flank, not making that work either. And now Tarek, 1 versus 3. He's going to get caught. That's a nice round out of TYLOO, and if they could follow, if they could make this 9-6, that would be such a big help. They might look at the money that's left here on EG.
Yes, I mean, TYLOO's been looking for that exact reset a number of times in this half, and finally they get over the hump. EG's going to have to sit back with some upgraded pistols and wait for the rifles to come back, or wait for the money to come back so they can afford those rifles. And yeah, we're looking at a chance here for TYLOO to get up to either 6-9 or even 5-10. That last round is going to be a pretty decent buy for EG. Tarek's got his Zeus.
Yeah, like even 5 rounds, right? That would be workable.
I will say as much as well, because it should be said, as I mentioned, I really liked the call from EG to play it that passively, but you saw some of the risks of what it is when you give up that much map control.
What is he doing, Tarek?
He's waiting for them to jump out of B halls.
He's trying to calculate what will get the most views on Reddit. I actually think that might be more. Yeah, well done, Tarek. Yeah, like, I actually think that'll be more views than either one of them.
Valiant effort.
Like, is it the knife? Is it the Zeus? What if it's the part where I just miss everything?
9-5 in the favor of EG. Cirque, not enough money for the AWP. It can't get dropped over by Breeze. And he'll be able to get armor, but that's not going to be dropped over. It's all 5 rifles, no AWP. And boy, EG at 1.9-2, if this goes for a 4-round streak to end the half, TYLOO might have just done enough.
That would be huge for them. Stan, caught jumping, still almost wins the fight. I guess that's the difference between having an M4 or having something like, I think if you have like an AK or a Krieg there, that's going to be significantly harder to even do that damage, but...
All 4 players in mid for the EG defense. Ethan takes the fight. Look at Bentet. He's so aggressive. He wants this fight, and he's got it. He found it.
He was even flashed into. That was a cool flashbang thrown from spawn. Just, I think, Summer setting that one up, but it wasn't enough.
Look at the HP on these 2 TYLOO players. Freeman and Attacker, both at 16. Both have taken massive damage, and that's so frightening when you think about it. Somebody and some are going to have to do a lot of the heavy lifting. Somebody looking to entry over towards the B bomb site. He's going to be spotted out by a jump. Smoke comes in. Tarek will get boosted.
They are right. I'm worried. It doesn't seem like there's a gap, but I was scared for a minute. Tarek now walking right through it. trying to play their own game here, but somebody takes him down. Oh, the follow-up headshot. I can't believe that he had landed that on Breeze. Ethan will take down one more there, but still, it's a 2-on-3. And was that enough of an opening? Circus in the middle, he has to watch that side. He has to know if they're on the A-bomb side. Bomb being denied. Ethan having a huge impact in this game so far. A triple on him. The Molotov will force him out, and that's some heads-up play coming out of the Chinese. And now it's going to be Cirque, 1 versus 2 here. And can he actually stop them from winning that 6th round and completing that 4-round streak?
Oh dear, that timing. Summer was watching for this walkthrough.
A little bit of a tap on the edge of the wall. Don't know if they actually saw him. I don't think so. He's right in between, and he could easily take down Freeman on the other side. He just wishes he could find that player right there. Cirque getting the kill, but now what do you do? He doesn't have a smoke or anything. He's going to take the straight-up fight against Summer. He's going to tap the bomb and just hold it in, not even try and fake it. And Summer goes for the fight, and oh! That is a defuse straight up. They win that 10th round EG, and that's painful after all that effort out of TYLOO.
I know, that's really, they've had a couple tough rounds in this half, but a pretty decent job overall, especially to claw back to 5-10. We'll see if they can make a comeback happen in the second half. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Evil Geniuses and TYLOO starting here on day 2 of Intellect Extreme Masters in Beijing. And we're on Mirage for a 10-5 lead for Evil Geniuses. TYLOO, I think they could have had more. They could have had like 2 or 3 more rounds even, but you know, there was just a couple of things that were missing. That one round where they lost the bomb at the A ramp, and there was just a lot of
stalled out on the A. Yeah, but I mean that's the story that we've had for TYLOO for a number of years now, where it's just like they do just enough to make it hopeful, and there's just a few things that they still haven't been able to put together.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it?
We've been saying that for a while. But listen, they're still super exciting to watch, so I don't really care. 5 to 10. We'll see how the defensive side can go.
Rewind the time and go back and watch some of those Deagle kills.
Yeah, those
outrageous.
Freeman and Benta with a couple nasty ones in that first half. This is where things can get difficult, though, because this is where some of the disorganization that we saw on the T side is just inherently built into the gameplay of having to work with rotations, having to communicate, and having to read across the map. 3 players at the A bomb site for TYLOO. Summer over in window room, and somebody watching the B halls.
Yeah, so that's a very massive lean towards the A side. Like if somebody gets attacked here and he doesn't win, Tarek style, you know, getting a couple of kills, that is not going to work out well. Like the rotation to actually get to B is going to be it's going to take a while.
Well, 1 smoke and 1 flash on Stanislaw, who's over at A. So you have to imagine this. Ooh, I thought it was going to be a fake with the B bomb site being hit. I was curious to see how TYLOO kind of managed it, but they've all gone down underpass just at the moment when somebody starts to push up. So that's going to allow Summer to stay. He doesn't have to cheat over towards Market because he knows no one's coming to this B bomb site. There's the smoke. And Summer in a lot of danger, though. He doesn't realize that he spotted them all. There is a player watching for this peak on the EG side of things. Big win for Summer, but they're already making their way into the A bomb site.
And he's just running up behind them. He's not even worried that they might turn around, and he's going to be doubling that up. Oh my god, all of them headshots. Nearly gets the ace. Summer with a quad kill, and that was beautifully aggressive.
Even a hint of a smile on Bentet. That is a great pistol round. He did not slow down even a little bit.
Here's how you could have thought of this round if you were Summer. You could have thought, okay, we've got a 3-man stack at the A-bomb site. I've just seen them run up connector. All I'm going to do is relay the information, and I'm going to rotate back to jungle. We'll have like a crossfire.
Yeah.
We'll try and set that up, but instead he's just fighting his way through.
Well, actually, it's somebody who makes a great play in the sense that he pushed up because Summer was actually starting to rotate over towards the B bomb site. The fact that somebody chooses that moment to push forward and gain the information that no one's in B halls, that's what gave Summer like the information to just stick around in window room that allowed him to make that kind of a play.
Yeah, it was well done, wasn't it?
However, that won't be in the highlight reel. Shout out to Summer.
Winning a pistol round here, that is going to make a big difference to them. EG purchasing Deagles, some CCs here. They've got armor, they've got smokes. Definitely not to be underestimated. Freeman playing under shadow there, and he's got the MP7. Definitely be doing some damage.
Oh, maybe not a blind, but he does get cleared. A Deagle of Ethan's zone as well is going to add some kills, some entry. But Attacker over the smoke has put the bomb onto the ground. That's going to delay things, and when this smoke fades, there's nothing else for EG to do. They've picked up an M4, trying to bait out a peek, trying to bait out one more kill, but now the smoke clears, and this is the danger. Great job from Bentet. Nice transfer over. 2 HP he survives on with a double kill, and TYLOO hang on in the second round.
Yeah, that's so important to them, just to be able to close that one out. Already seen EG hang on to some pretty crucial rounds to save their own economy, but this time, not getting a chance to run away with anything here. There was a moment there where I think Attacker, was it, playing on the ticket booth, maybe?
Yes, he's the one who jumped over the smoke.
Yeah, so he gets the first kill, and I think he wanted to stick around for a second one, but he actually thought better of it and just fell back, and that's like a little bit of restraint that I want to see more of. Like, once you have the lead.
No.
I know, but what if you stay there and you get Deagle headshot, right?
It is obviously the better team call. But, you know.
I'm not saying they have to dial it all the way back. Just
right.
Every once in a while.
Maybe like a 7 instead of like a 13 that they're usually at.
At least in intervals, right?
Attacker's all the way at top mid behind the boxes. There's no Molotov, no nades to clear him out, but he can get pinched, and he's got no teammates. Bentet is backed away. Bentet needs to at least watch his top mid, because Attacker has no idea what's coming. He's looking towards underpass. There's the information. There's the first shot. There's another one, though, in underpass. Breeze with the P250. And Bentet, look how aggressive he's being. Look how confident. He wants these fights, and he's going to get one before being taken down. Those SMGs, or at least one of the SMGs on Summer, going to get upgraded into an M4, and it's 8-10 now. Got a game on our hands.
We do suddenly have a game on our hands, and you just said it, very aggressive in the middle, willing to take those fights almost no matter what. This could turn very interesting. Still expect EG to have a fair bit of a say when they have the rifles out in this round. Currently, Summer at 16, Freeman at 15, and Cirque and Ethan on the other side at 15 each. So, yeah, there's definitely still a lot to fight for here for TYLOO.
Ooh, Summer over the top of the smoke. No one's aggressively moving up catwalk from EG, but that's exactly what he wanted. Again, 3 players at the A bomb site. Freeman up close, Attacker far back. That's just Ethan patiently waiting. So pretty nice default for EG. Problem they have right now, 1 smoke for the rest of this round. They're going to have to win some battles. Flashbang forces Summer away, and they have the information now of where that AWP is located, and a good push from Freeman is going to find the opening kill.
He was absolutely not ready for that.
Catwalk is pretty exposed for the moment, but the bomb is dropped all the way at the back of mid. Tarek had to vacate B halls to come run around and grab that. The question now is, where do you want to go with it? Cirque, I guess the smoke to go in towards, I would say, connector, so you can make your way up catwalk?
I mean, you mentioned it even 30 seconds ago. The fact that there's only that 1 smoke. How do you block off all of these entrances? Summer's already pushed up in a position where the smoke would even land behind him. Cirque hitting a headshot. That's very big. And they actually rotate out, and maybe that's what caused the kill. Summer hitting a shot there with the AWP, and Freeman still hiding in Sandwich. Are they going to be able to make their way through EG? That one opening over at B might have just brought them what they needed. 24 seconds, and the bomb going down on the one side. Summer now charging on, and he actually gets the bomb plant home, Tarek, but it's a 1 versus 2. And how do you stay alive behind these boxes for very long? I guess you don't. Summer will take down a bit of a double kill, and that was a very close round. That almost looked like it worked.
Actually, I was wondering how they're going to use that smoke. They got 2 entries before the smoke came out of Cirque's hands. I mean, pretty impressive. We know they've got the skill for it, but Summer's the one who pulls this back into the favor of TYLOO. Some great op shots peeking towards connector from the ticket booth. That's kind of what saved the day, that double kill, and obviously the pressure applied to Tarek as soon as he puts the bomb down. These right here, as they're all turning that corner. He gets the follow-up on Breeze, and EG just running out of options the deeper that round went. Still, I mean, much like TYLOO in the first half, EG's got the money for the defense at a really precarious position. So if they can ever come on top and break that, they're going to be very, very pleased for it. Another strong buy coming in. And again, a lot of utility used early on. And look at the position from Tarek, so fast. 1 minute and 35 left on the clock.
Yeah, he's here almost immediately. Once you've got someone in the business position, it becomes a pivot point, right?
There were 5 smokes used in middle.
Oh.
In the first 10 seconds of that round. I think that's 2 from TYLOO and 3 from EG.
It looks like it. They still have some left here on the EG side, but it could absolutely be a problem a little bit later on. I guess maybe especially on the A bomb side, if you use the last 2 smokes to take it, but then you can't hold it, the after plan is going to be very tricky. Ventet now moving up. We've seen this before where try and get that information. We talked about it in the pistol round doing it, and now they can start to rotate on over. So this is a huge play coming out.
The hard part about it is somebody can't really cheat over towards middle or towards the A-bomb, so they can kind of just peer towards the murder hole because they don't have any intel in mid. They have no players there. Nice shot from Summer. This is the most information they have. He's going to keep peeking that, you have to feel. Taking a big risk, and his teammates covering him, but it's working so far. 2 openings for Summer with the up, and a third on top of it. Jumping onto the ticket booth, and Ethan has got to be scared wide out in the open.
Just getting absolutely picked apart in the middle. That's a very fast AWP. I would like to see it again, just jumping up on the box. That's not easy. I mean, you do have a bit of a disadvantage. Quad kill for him, down to 3 health, and that's going to tie up the scoreline. We're at 10-10 now. TYLOO making a sizable comeback, especially if you count the rounds at the end of that first half.
I like what I'm seeing out of the op so far in Summer. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Some of these follow-up shots.
I guess maybe they just didn't expect him to stick around. Obviously, he delayed it. He delayed that repeat just long enough that Cirque not even able to react. That one was a thing of beauty on the Breeze. Well, EG, it is might be time for a timeout. before that next investment comes in. Talk things over.
That's not a bad idea at all, is it? Double up still in play here. Summer on the one side, somebody over at the B-bomb side. And again, this is that deep angle that we were talking about in the first half. Well, you get so much information. An attempted triple grenade into the mid window at the beginning of the round for EG. Didn't really net them anything. Wow. Oh, man.
The balls on these guys.
It's amazing, isn't it? Terry just wanted to pretend, just wanted to keep somebody there, but not even going to be possible. Though, the Deagles answer back for EG. Breeze here, a late headshot there. So it's still a 3-on-3. And they're all trying to retake from the same position in the middle here. Stanislaw eating a bit of a grenade, but that picked up a WP on Cirque, and he's got some magic of his own. Attacker and somebody now, 2 versus 3. And that bomb down and ticking for a little bit now. Breeze coming with a flank from the murder hole. He's already behind them. He'll take down somebody, and this is devastating. And once again for TYLOO, you got to feel this is one of those rounds where they probably felt like they had a very, very good shot at doing it. They called Tarek on that early play. They know what's coming, and it's not enough.
No, that's crushing even just to watch for me. I thought certainly they had it in their favor as well. They're going to have to reinvest everything into this round. This is exactly what EG wanted. Not necessarily the comeback. The 5 in a row for TYLOO hurts quite a bit, but the fact that they have to spend everything to stay in this fight, EG has a good chance of taking all the money out of their hands. Summer's 23-13, leading the server.
He shot way up ahead of everybody in a couple of rounds here. Now we're going to go aggressive with the AWP. Holding that corner. Now there's 3 people up here. Still takes down Ethan and runs away immediately with no chance for anybody to punish that.
Tarek doing his trademark play up catwalk on Mirage, this time looking for some kind of a peek, anything to come from Connector. Summer's backed all the way towards CT spawn. It's quiet on the map. There's a delayed mid-take. You have to appreciate this. Tarek is being hunted. He's been found. They need this kill quickly. Summer out in the open as well, back towards the A bomb site. This is where the hit comes in, and he's going to have to manage multiple angles. There's the first.
He's so quick with this AWP and so accurate. We'll follow it up with another one. Triple kill once again, 26 overall. And that is... At least they have the money for EG, but that's a 1-round celebration for the American side.
Yeah, that's not enough. That's not enough whatsoever. And I really like that TYLOO play, clearing out mid with the pop flashes. That is pretty cool.
I'm not sure if this is what spurred them on to do it, but when Tarek came off his position there, he actually made some noise falling down.
Okay.
So, and I think they must have heard that in connector, so maybe they heard it and said, you know what? Just heard someone drop in there, let's try and go for it.
Let's see what happens. See what we get. Well, obviously they have to be pleased with that 1-for-1 trade, and then Summer still just being a beast with the AWP. Buy coming in for EG. Plenty of money flowing in their favor as that losing bonus was...
What do you think that Mac 10 means? He's got the B spawn? Do you think it means...
No.
B rush?
No.
23rd round B rush?
Maybe.
Let's go for it.
Maybe. Ooh, 4 players. This could be spicy.
They're setting up the grenades.
Yeah, this is the B rush. You called it straight up. Take it away, baby.
Well, somebody's here with the AWP. Let's see if they can run him down before Summer shows up to wreck the party with that other AWP. Nice shot early on, but Ethan has taken down one, and Attacker drops after just a single kill, and this is working out so well for EG. Breeze with the follow-up kill on Bentet, and the B-rush is successful. Freeman in a 1 versus 3. If he could find this kill right away, maybe he could try and go for it, but smart play here for Ethan not to stick around.
I don't think he actually saw him, though. I don't think he saw or heard, because Cirque is still looking towards market, so I think he just backed off just not to take the risk. Yeah, that one, that's painful. I actually felt like when that first op kill comes out over towards the B bomb site, I thought they were going to be able to hold on. But EG, again, I mean, just with that losing bonus all the way built up, even the fact that they kind of just, you know, they won one and then lost one immediately after, you still have the full losing bonus at that point. So you have so much cash for another strong buy. Meanwhile, TYLOO's has just been ground down into nothingness.
Yeah, they're in a very deep hole right now, economically speaking.
Yeah, it's that weird economic situation with the way the money works at the moment. We're having this much of a run in the second half, you almost get punished for it.
It can definitely feel that way. I'm sure they must be feeling something like that. Krieg being taken over into this round?
Yeah, well, I don't think they can buy. I don't think TYLOO can invest.
No.
They've had to rely so much on the AWPs. I think you just have to wait. I think, which is unfortunate. And I like that they've had the courage to play it conservative. Use that Krieg, and you have a couple P250s. See what comes from that. 4 players towards the A bomb site, which is a bit of a shame because everyone from EG is going towards B, and again, fast pace. Somebody. Ooh, there's actually a lot of damage being taken. So much damage on Catwalk. I don't know if that's spammed through, but this position from somebody could be a game changer.
He's walking up behind Tarek. He's right there in front of him. Tarek actually goes to check. I can't believe it.
That has to be so frustrating. You are furious if you're somebody. Oh, no. I thought that was going to work so well. I have to imagine that damage came out just from Attacker and those P250 shooting through the smokes on Catwalk.
Yeah,
Because there's a real chance. If that kill comes out on Tarek and they have control of those B halls and an AK is picked up, boy, are you in for a nightmare of a crossfire if you're EG. Still, they avoid the danger. It's going to be 13-11.
Krieg being picked up and carried over, which is huge, because I don't know how Freeman managed to spend money in this round, but he did. He was down to 1,500 at the start of the round. He got a kill, so that helped him a little bit. So actually getting the Krieg could be fairly important here. EG now, 13-11, and things just looking much better for them. And TYLOO, I mean, they almost just have to start buying soon, but they don't really have the money. And I agree with the whole, like, the double op setup is looking great for them.
Yeah. Well, this is where it comes in. Ooh, must be a missed smoke, you have to imagine. They're very fortunate that they didn't get punished even more for that. That could have been double kill.
Yeah.
Cirque eventually does put it down. Freeman, important to note, he's won 4 out of 4 of his opening battles. 100%. It's a pretty good percentage.
Does that mean you should just take more? Find out where the limit is?
Santa's all going to march his way up Catwalk. EG feel like they found a weakness at this B bomb site. They have leaned heavily on it for the past 3 rounds, and it's won them the past 3 rounds. And here we go again. Somebody inside the bomb site. Oh, good first kill on a Tarek. He doesn't want to swing and commit to that. Over towards Catwalk. Big kill for Stanislaw. The B bomb site is open for business, and it's opened even wider. And TYLOO, again, they have to back off this.
That was even a quick reaction from that bomb site player. Was somebody just he gets the first kill, but then as soon as Bentet goes down, he knows. But Stanislaw with an amazing opening, an amazing round. Nice triple out of him.
Amazing round, and I mean, I guess this would come out maybe after the fact, maybe in an interview. It's either, you'd imagine it either was Stanislaw or I'm a Pet, the coach. Amazing call and adaptation to just start really abusing this B bomb site. TYLOO has not been able to hold on to it whatsoever.
No, they really haven't. Even in rounds where they've had the first kills, you know, as they come into the bomb site, which usually, like, that is the thing that'll make the incoming team slow down, and you can get some more rotations over. That is not happening right now. They stack B. 10 points for anyone who can guess why. And it's good. A.
Yeah, they're getting out called down the stretch,
which is a classic, isn't it?
I mean, it's not the biggest deal in the world with only the pistols, but it is just funny. Not if you're TYLOO. It's not funny at all. But for us, it's hilarious.
I actually wonder if so somebody was pushing all the way into the hallways, which obviously normally in a stack you maybe that's counterintuitive. But imagine if they were over the B side, they find somebody, they take him out, and they think he's like the lone scout for an A stack, and they just run into it. That would have been a fun switch up. But none of that's happening.
No, none of that has. That's happening in an alternate universe. We'll run that simulation later.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I appreciate that.
So 15 rounds for EG. Has this been, I mean, I don't want to talk about it. Ooh, that's a nice little spray down for Breeze. Pad some stats. Got to admire it. I don't want to talk about this like the game's already over, but has this been, for EG, have you been impressed by this showing today so far? Is this a little shakier than you would have liked?
Not really, actually.
Okay.
I think you are just going to have a shaky game playing against a team like TYLOO a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So I'm more thinking about sort of the individual performances right now. Cirque with the AWP has been looking amazing. I mean, I think Ethan has been very solid. I've seen him take lots of individual fights that just look like he's been clean and on point. So I don't know. Like, I think that's more where I'm looking at it right now. I wouldn't expect this to be a very, very clean game out of EG. I just don't think that's it's not the kind of ride that we're on at the moment. 27th round and a 15-11 scoreline. Last chance for TYLOO to try and bring it into overtime here.
And again, EG has just gotten so much ground has gained on Catwalk. Breeze in this position. Tarek was already also halfway up, but he does go down, and so does Breeze. That's a good rebuttal from TYLOO. They found 3 very quick kills, and it's just Ethan and Stanislaw.
You really can't question the aim of these Chinese players, can you? They're so swift and so accurate.
Yeah, well, what I thought they were going to get most punished that round is the positioning. Breeze already in ladder room. They had Tarek halfway up Catwalk. I thought those would certainly be punishes. It doesn't work out at all in that fashion. So, remaining 2 EG players marching down middle. No smokes, 2 Molotovs, 2 flashbangs. First obstacle would be Freeman here in connector. He might get caught, but it's Stanislaw instead. Immediate trade from Ethan, but you can see all the blue dots converging. Blood in the water. Sharks are coming in.
It's how it works, isn't it? I wonder how many of those shark myths are, you know, are just myths and how many are really true.
I think the blood in the water one is
like from miles
pretty
and
well
miles
proven.
away.
Yeah, I think it's pretty well proven.
Stuff like that. Well,
it's been a few years since I've tuned into Shark Week, but I think that one's locked in.
I'm determined to never find out personally. I just, you know,
add sharks to the list of animals you don't like, up there with horses.
It's just, well, I don't know. I dislike horses more. The chances that I run into sharks are pretty low. Horses are everywhere, man.
All right, well, a lot of nades thrown over towards the A bomb site. They've pulled the attention away from middle, which is where Breeze and Ethan are gaining their ground. Cirque going to cover window with that AWP. When those smoke clears, those smokes clear. Let's see how they decide to attack this, but they don't actually turn the corner. Still just patiently waiting in middle. Making their web catwalk, plenty of space. TYLOO has not closed the gap in this defense since they got lured away from it.
Yeah, an unusual amount of space. I feel like TYLOO they've been fighting a lot in the middle. So must be strange for EG.
It's because of that fake. Everyone who was usually watching middle leaned towards that A bomb site instead. And now you have a tough situation where there's just been so much map control gain. Cirque is tagged with the AWP, but not scared to take a fight. Can he flick down fast enough? Gives up the angle before Bentet peeks it.
Freeman in a very odd position in sandwich as they're coming up both sides. He's going to get a headshot on one, but then overwhelmed. And there was going to be 3 people fighting him in a matter of seconds. Grenade on Cirque will take him down. Attacker on Breeze, and now it's looking a little bit better here. 2 versus 3. Bomb on the other side, and EG's going for it. That's very bold. They knew they had to do that. The longer they wait, the more backup comes in, and it gets worse at that point. So now it's a 2-on-2. And the bomb is down, and maybe they could do this. The Molotov, oh no, Ethan forcing himself into a fight. That's a strong motivation, just getting himself into the action, and he'll close it out with a triple kill. 16-12. Whatever it takes to get you, fired up and motivated.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to find, something that you can, that brings yourself to make the play.
It's entirely possible that could be adopted in many other ways. Like, if you